Hey guys, it's great to be back with you all again. We're going to be talking about perimeter today, and we'll take a minute and look at this. So perimeter. Okay, perimeter is going to be the measurement of the rim. So that's the distance around a polygon, or distance around really any two-dimensional shape. And also we have this T right here, which sort of looks like the plus symbol. And for perimeter, we add all sides. So we'd add, if a shape has 4 sides, we would add up all 4 sides to calculate the perimeter. Let's look at the specific skill. And this is a readiness standard. So these are important to us. So the standard is 3.7b, and that's to determine the perimeter of a polygon or a missing length when given perimeter and remaining side lengths in a problem. And basically what you should be able to do by the end of the lesson is I can use grid paper to find the missing side of a polygon. So we're going to use grid paper. Love using grid paper. It's one of the best tools we have in math. And I can use addition and subtraction to find the missing side of a polygon. So we're going to use addition, subtraction, and actually division to help us find missing sides of polygons and rectangles in particular. Let's go ahead and look at a little bit of our vocabulary. And perimeter is the distance around a shape, and the perimeter of a polygon is equal to the distance around it. So, and what we do is we add up all the sides. So you see right there, we did 2 plus 4 plus 2 plus 4, and that gave us a perimeter of 12 feet of that rectangle right there. And perimeter is the distance around a figure, and to calculate it, we add all sides. We add all sides. Here goes a video by Aaron. It's his 5-minute math videos, and I condensed it down a little bit. I took a little bit off the front of it. And we're going to go ahead and look at his video. And this is a math STAAR question from 2016. It's question number 26. And they used these tools to figure out what the perimeter or what the missing side of that triangle is right there. So let's get ready and watch this video.
A triangular sign that has a perimeter. So let's define that first. So perimeter and area are two measurements that we use when we're looking at flat shapes. So perimeter is on the outside, area is on the inside. An area of a triangle is something you'll learn in 5th grade, but you know how to find the area of a rectangle in 3rd grade. So we're looking for the outside here. So we have the perimeter is already 44. So I already told you what the perimeter is. 2 sides are each 14 centimeters long. What is the length of the 3rd side? I see what we have here. So we have a special type of triangle here. And let me just draw an approximation of this triangle. When you have 2 sides that are the same, I'm going to put a little hash mark right here. This is a special type of triangle. It's called an isosceles. Isosceles triangles are special because 2 of the 3 sides are the same, and that means 2 of the 3 angles inside are the same. So an easy way to remember that is SOS. You see SOS inside of isosceles, same, other, same. And so we've got 2 sides are each 14 centimeters. Let me just put 14 cm here, 14 cm here. And then what is the length of the 3rd side of the triangle? So here's what we're looking for. We're looking for this 3rd side, and we probably didn't draw this to scale. I'm not sure if that's a good representation of how long or short that 3rd side is, but it's close enough. So the perimeter, let's see what this is, 44 centimeters. They gave us the P. Capital P is what we're going to use to represent perimeter. Now, what we know about a triangle is that perimeter is simply adding up the outside. So perimeter, for any triangle, I'm going to put a little T down there, which means perimeter of a triangle is the side plus the side plus the side. You just add up all 3 sides and you have your perimeter. And guess what? We already have 2 of our 3 sides. So perimeter of a triangle here is 14 centimeters. That's one side. Plus 14 centimeters plus this question mark. That's what we're trying to figure out, is that question mark. Well, let's see if we can figure out what is 14 and 14. 14 and 14 is 28. Now take a look. 28 is an answer selection here, but that's just what two sides are. That doesn't show us what the third side is, so that's going to be a wrong answer, but it's a tricky wrong answer because it's sitting right there. So really, our perimeter is 44. So let me see if I can rewrite our equation here. 44 centimeters, that's our perimeter, equals 28 centimeters plus our missing object there. So what we could do is we can use, we can count up. We can start at 28 and count up to 44. That would work. Or we can use a subtraction sentence. Because if we know, let me put this 44 over here. Let me just rewrite it over there. Equals 44. Makes it look a little bit easier. 28 plus question mark. We also know a subtraction sentence in that same fact family would be 44 centimeters minus 28 centimeters equals our question mark. So let's see what that is. 44 minus 28. Let's see. That is going to be 16. So it looks like our answer is going to be 16 centimeters. So just double checking here, we add it all up and it does make 44 centimeters, which is what the perimeter was. So our answer is going to be G, 16.
Okay, we're going to look at this polygon. We'll go ahead and figure out what the missing side is on the polygon, because I have all the sides listed here, and it's important to to identify how many sides your polygon has and figure out if there's any missing information right there. And I can see right here I'm missing the length of that side right there, and my polygon has, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we don't know that one, 7, 8 sides. So it's an octagon. That's an octagon right there because it has 8 sides. And you can see we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 of the measurements. Okay, so this one's kind of unique because it's a bunch of rectangles really put together. They're overlapping rectangles, and we know on rectangles opposite sides are equal. So we can use this information to figure it out. And the first way we're going to do it, we're just going to draw it on grid paper, because these are a bunch of rectangles, and we'll just connect them. And we'll just say each one of these squares on my grid paper represents a centimeter, because it's telling it this is 9 centimeters, this is 6, this is 3, that is 3. We don't know how much this is, so we wouldn't know how far to draw this one. But we could come back over here and draw that as 5, and that is 4, and that is 2. And that'll show us right here how many are missing there. So we'll just go and do that. We'll start with the long side. We'll start with the 9 centimeters. So we'll come down here on my grid paper, and we'll draw, count over 9 grids. So we'll start right here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And it looks like it goes up 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Looks like it goes over 3 to the left. 1, 2, and 3. And it goes down 3. 1, 2, and 3. So we'll stop right there because we don't know how far it goes over right here, because it doesn't list right there. So we'll come back over to this part and we'll go up 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it looks like it goes over 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it goes down 2, 1, and 2. And now we can see that this missing side right here is going to be 2, because right here on the one we drew, it's 2 more blocks to get over to there. So I can see that my missing side is going to be 2 centimeters. So with that information, we can go ahead and we could add all that up. We could say we got 4, so we'll put 4 right here. We'll go do it over here, 4. We've got 2. And we got another 2. We've got 3 and 3. 3 and 3. We took our 2. We have our 6. We have our 9. And we have our 5. And we'll double check. We'll make sure it's an octagon, so it has 8 sides. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we'll just start putting some numbers together here. I know 3 and 3 is 6, and then another 2 and 2 is 4. That makes 10. And then I also see a 6 and a 4, and that makes 10. And 9 and a 5, that makes 14. So that should tell us, all we have to do is add that up. So the ones place would be 4, and the tens place would be 3. So it looks like it's going to be 34 centimeters is the perimeter of this shape. 34 cm is our perimeter. So P equals 34. So, but there's another way of doing it. There's a little bit quicker way of doing it. We always have grid paper, and I like it when we use our grid paper because it makes sense to us when we use grid paper. Okay, but we also know opposite sides of rectangles are equal. So we could use some addition and subtraction to figure out what this missing side is. So since I know the opposite side right there, this is 9 centimeters, and we have some measurements over here. So basically we're trying to figure out, we could say that this measurement right here, from here to here, we know is 9 centimeters. So we could make an equation. We could say that we know that's 9 centimeters is equal to something plus 4 plus 3. So, and basically we're just saying that we don't know this distance right here, but we know this distance from here to here is 4, and we know this distance from here to here is 3, and the total distance is 9. So we can use some information that we know to go ahead and figure that out. So we can change the equation. We know 3 plus 4 is 7, so we'll bring that down. So something plus 7 equals 9. And we could count up. We could count up from 7. It goes 7, 8, 9. We can see that the missing part is going to be 2. Or we could just use the inverse, or another fact family in there. So we got some fact families here. We got 7 plus something equals 9. So another fact to that would be 9 minus 7 equals the something right there. And we know 9 minus 7. We can count up from 7, 7, 8, 9. So we know 9 minus 7 is 2. So our missing side is 2 centimeters. That's another way of figuring out what our missing side is there. So we used addition and subtraction to do that. So we did it 2 different ways there. We used grid paper to figure out what our missing side was, and we used addition and subtraction to figure out what our missing side was. Okay, we'll work on a guided practice problem here. Follow along as I read. It says this figure has a perimeter of 19 inches. So the distance around it is 19 inches. And what is the missing length? So we have a missing length right here, and we need to go ahead and figure out what that missing length is. So what is the missing length? Is it 5 inches, 6 inches, 7 inches, or 8 inches? Okay, let's go and see if that's right. So we can rewrite this equation because we know the perimeter is 19 inches, and perimeter, we calculate perimeters by adding all sides. Adding all sides. Perimeter is add all sides. So we can rewrite this equation with a missing number in there, and we can use our knowledge of addition and subtraction to go ahead and figure out what this missing side is. So if we add all sides to get 19, we'll go ahead and write this equation. We'll say that 5 plus 6 plus 3 plus something right here, we don't know what the something is going to equal 19. So we add all sides to figure out perimeter. So we can use some information that we know right here to figure out what this missing side is. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and add up the sides that we do know, and we'll go and change our equation around to make it just a little bit simpler. So we'll change 5 plus 6 plus 3. I know 5 plus 6 is 11, plus 3 more would be 14. So we'll change all these numbers to 14 plus something equals 19. So that we can look at the fact family for that. And we do the inverse. So we'll change around and put the blank on the other side of the equal sign. So we can say that 19 minus 14 is going to equal something because that's in the same fact family. And we can do that. That's pretty easy. We can just count up from 14 to 19 to figure out what it is. So we got 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we're going to say that 19 minus 14 equals 5. And we can go ahead and check that by going putting this into our equation right here. And we'll change, we'll check it. We'll check it that way. So we're saying that 5 plus 6 plus 3 plus 5, and that should equal 19. And we'll change that to 5 plus 3 to 11. I'm probably 5 plus 6 equals 11. And 5 plus 3 equals 8. And then 8 plus 11 does equal 19. So that does work. So our missing side is going to be 5 inches. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this question right here. Follow along as I read. It says, look at the two polygons on this grid. So we got polygon A and polygon B. Which of the following is a true statement about these two figures? So basically, we'll go through here and look at all the answer choices and write true and false statements beside them. Okay, but before we do that, let's go ahead and look. It looks like all the answer choices talking about perimeter. So before we even start looking at the answer choices, we probably need to figure out what the perimeter of each one of these polygons are. So let's go ahead and zoom in on them a little bit there so we get a good look at them. And when we look at it, we're going to go look at, we'll figure out the perimeter of polygon A first. And I think we need to go ahead and figure out what the length of each side is. So this side right over here looks like it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to label that 4 units. The length of this side is 3 units. The length of this side is 2 units. The length of this side right here is 1 unit. The length of that side is 2 units. And the length of that side is 2 units. So we'll go ahead and add that up. That is 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2. And make sure we got all of our numbers. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a hexagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we can add these up. So 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 2 more would be 9. 1 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it looks like the perimeter is going to be 14 units. I'll write that in here, 14 units there. So go ahead to polygon B. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This side is 5. That side is 1. This side is 1, 2, 3, 4. That side is 4. This side is 1. This side is 1. This side is 2. So both these shapes make an L. So both of them are going to be hexagons because this made an upside down L. This made a regular way L. So let's double check. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. 6 sides. So I'm going to add up the 6 numbers again. I'll start with the biggest one. It looks like it is 5. Then there's a 1. Then there's a 4. Then I have a 1 and a 1 and a 2. And I have all 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So look at these numbers together. 5, 1, and 4 makes 10. That's 11, 12, 13, 14. So it looks like both the shapes have a perimeter of 14 units. So we'll use this information to go ahead and try to answer these questions. So, answer choice F. The perimeter of figure A is 2 centimeters larger than the perimeter of figure B. Is that true or false? Yep, that is a false statement because we can see they both have a perimeter of 14. Answer choice G. The perimeter of figure B is 2 centimeters larger than the perimeter of figure A. True or false? That is a false statement also because they both have the same perimeter. The perimeter of figure A and B are both the same. True or false? That does look like a true statement. And we're still going to look at the last one. Answer choice J. The perimeter cannot be compared because the figures are not the same shape. True or false? Okay, it's true that they are not the same shape, or they're not congruent. Okay, but if we're comparing perimeters, we can do greater than, less than. They don't have to be the same shape. So that is a false statement. We can compare them. So our correct answer would be answer choice H. Okay, it's now time to complete your independent practice. Please complete your Schoology assignment. It'll be a blue puzzle piece at the bottom. That's the last thing in today's folder. And be sure to take your time. I'll put something in there for you to print out and work it out in pencil and paper. I always think that students do better if they have the work in front of them, they're working on it versus working on the computer. Okay, but take your time, do your very best. And if you have any questions, please send your teacher a message either through email or through Schoology. Take your time, do your very best, and best of luck to you.